You know, everything is worth more money when it has a 01 on it. Suckers. Jump in this thing and see what it'll do.
Ready to rock this, bro?
Oh, hell yeah. All right, come on this way, Derek. We got to get this car ready for a marketplace sale. So typical. Yep, we want to hide all that rust right there. You know, this thing's got to look good in the pictures. So we got to make a fender right here. Oh, we should have brought some cardboard. That would work great. You know what? We'll just make ourselves a fender. It only has to look good from their TV screen. All the time, I see marketplace ads. And I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me with that shit? So many scammers out there, in which, well, that was a hole. We got to hide that. You got to remember, the people trying to sell these things, they're not your friend. They're just trying to get your money. Now, a lot of them are honest, but there are some deadbeat, sleazeball, scammy sellers out there. And I'm not talking about the ones that just take your money and you get no car. No, I'm talking about the guys that put lipstick on a pig, decorate a car up, and then you get the car, it shows up and you're like, what is this? That's not what I bought. So let me just show you some scammy tricks and why you really want to be there in person to look at that car. Now, you don't want things that stand out at you like, hey, so people zoom in on the picture like, what's going on there? No. So what you got to do is you got to make it blend. Are you kidding me? Dang it, we got a flapper here. We got to fix this with 200-mile-an-hour NASCAR tape here. But you have to do it correct, so that way you can leave the body line in the picture. Because you don't want to give somebody a reason to zoom in on something. So yeah, you got to hide stuff extra good. Ooh, man, we're missing a big chunk there, huh? Let that dangle there. See? And then we'll just push it in and we'll just say it's dented. Another trick we got to do is you can't show them the trunk. Don't let them know that there's big giant holes in the trunk, so we got to grab some stuff. This ought to hide some shit. There we go. Trunk looks mint now. Not a rust hole in it. Uh-oh. Gotta hide that. There. See, now it's not rusted, it's just dented. Oh, we gotta hide all this. Yeah. You don't want to give anybody inclination to zoom in on a picture. Yeah, that looks way better off first. Oh. Tape. Perfect. You got some frame rail you don't want nobody to see? Oh, that's easy. We just throw a little tape over them holes. Yeah. Get that all pretty like. Yeah, that looks solid now. And then we got, you know, some of this good old undercoating on there. Yeah. Make this sucker look pretty. Like brand spanking new. Uh-oh. Yep. Yep. So we need to, yeah. We'll just call that dented. That's not rusty. We'll just call it, that'll just be dented metal there. Remember, it's only got to look good in the pictures. I learned these tricks from a couple North Dakota boys. So, yeah, thanks to a couple good old North Dakota boys that sell products very well. Here we go. Yeah. Haha. It's not rusty, it's just dented. See, and when you have bad spots like this, You don't need to do anything at all but pick something up. Fixed. Engine rebuild in a can. Notorious for marketplace sales. Oh wait, here we go. That's not rusty, the bolts came out. Yeah, get this thing all nice and pretty like. Fresh rebuilt. Oh wait, we gotta do the valve covers like somebody I know. Yeah. Anytime you see fresh paint on a 50-year-old car on an engine, take it with a grain of salt that it was actually rebuilt. And more or less, we have to make this look legit. We have to remove the cap and then paint it. And we gotta flop these wires out of the way, you know, we don't want them to think that it's a rattle can job. What do you think, aluminum intake or just go with original orange? Well, probably original orange. Resto guys like them to be original, don't they? See, and then the dirt makes it look authentic. Shoot, looks like a 5,000 mile motor, doesn't it? Oh, wait. Boom. Ah, shit. Piece of shit. Oh, good. You know, everything is worth more money when it has a 01 on it. Suckers. Hey there, folks! If I got a poppin' deal for you, check out this 1970 RT Dodge Charger right here. This thing is rust-free, numbers matching, and I wouldn't tell you no lie. You see this right here? I am the crown of selling used cars, and you can just ask anybody on Facebook Marketplace. They got a screaming deal for me, all three of my cousins. We're gonna start right off this right here. This was originally a burnt orange car, but what you don't know is this was a rare option where it's white from here forward and then burnt orange back. White meant it was coming, brown meant it was going. Let's go ahead and check out this interior. We're running out of daylight here, so I gotta sell you guys this car right quick. Oh yeah, the pistol grip 4-speed right here. Now, the console's just loose, so that way you can really bang them gears. It's not missing no hardware or nothing. They have it set up like that on dampers, so that way it can move back and forth. It's got a functional clock in it, so that way when you time warp speed, you can keep track where you've been and where you're going. And it's got only, yep, 11,000 miles, 11,743 miles right there. Would I lie to you? Look, it's right there. You can see it for yourself. And all them gauges, fully functional. I guarantee you that. And this is a non-AC car, so it's got non-tinted glass. Because why would you want to have tinted glass so you can look on the side of you and see your competitor losing? This is the goodie side of this car right here. And look at that. I mean, I told you this thing's got no rust in it. Look at this. Look at this trunk right here. You see any rust in that thing? Look down in there. Don't be shy. Okay, that's long enough. See? There ain't no rust in that sucker. Look at that. See, it's even got two-tone white on the trunk lid. That way you can pop it up for more downforce, or you can shut it down to get higher on the speed. We're gonna cut that part out. Okay? See, I told you. All right, come on, check out this side. See? Look how solid this quarter is right here. See that? There ain't nothing wrong with this quarter right there. Go ahead and go that way. See, I told you. No rust in that quarter. And you know what? This was good. This was an official Warner Brothers General Lee car. They just put the 70 front clip back on it so that way they could sell it, you know. But this was an official Warner Brothers General Lee car. And 3-tone, I forgot to add that. It's got the green scoop on this side. Green means go, means faster. All right. See, look at these fenders right here. See how solid these fenders are? All right, now don't get, to get too close, you know. You can just see the sunlight glaring off this fresh, shiny paint right there. rusty piece of shit. And see, looking right here. It's already got the holes for the hood scoop. You know, they took him off because the police told him he was going too fast, so he had to remove that hood scoop. Hood scoop's at horsepower. Look at that, fresh. Oh, wait. See, look at that, fresh rebuilt 440, numbers matching, with the optional 1200 CFM Holley carburetor, vacuum secondary, so that way, when you put that hammer down, the carburetor knows when you need all the throttles, and it will give it to you when it's ready. But I would fire this thing up for you, but it's missing the battery, and personally, I just don't want you guys to get scared when you hear the rumble of this thing. Wow! Yeah! It is manual brakes, because this cam of this thing is so damn big, then power brakes wasn't going to work with the shit anyways. And we got manual steering, because only He-Man can drive these things. We don't need no sissy power steering. That just robs horsepower. That's lightweight for more wheelie action. Ah, shit. The downforce hood option kicked in. Yeah! So if you want a screaming deal on this 70 RT Charger, come on down here to Junkerup Used Cars, and we will set you up in this thing, because you are a damn good person, and you just want to buy this car right here. Only very few people can have one of. This is one of 4 1970 Dodge Charger 4-speed Hemi 6-pack 383s. So come on down, we'll get you set up in this thing, and you won't be disappointed. You can contact all of my marketplace sellers before. I was honest as can be. I'm even paying child support on 2 of my cousins. So you know what? This thing selling goes to them. So help me out. Not that this car needs any parts to make this thing run and drive, because I already know it runs and drives right now. I'll take a video and send it to you later. Yeah, I'm so excited about selling this thing. I just can't control myself. And you know what? I just feel so good knowing that when you buy this car, it is going to be worth $150,000 restored. And you're only paying, let's see, you know what? Deal of the day, $25,000. That leaves you way too much money on the table. I am just screwing myself. All right, this is where my conscience gets involved. Dang it, I got to tell the truth. This car right here, yes, it is one of the original 1970 RT 4-speed Chargers, but you know what? I ain't gonna lie, it needs a shitload of work. I mean, don't let these fenders fool you. See that little flappy dappy right there? Yeah, that's tape. You saw me do it. That hood, oh, that hood is garbage. That engine, let's just say it's locked up, but it probably would be a good rebuilt motor, but let's just say it's locked up. I ain't even put a wrench on it. So it may spin, it may not. I'm just gonna call it locked up. If it's not, hey, that's a bonus. And as for the interior, you know, to be honest with you, it just looks like this thing had parts thrown in it to make it look more complete. Because the console's loose, the shifter's sloppy. I mean, it looks like somebody took their worst of the parts that they had and they just kind of threw it on there to make it look more complete. And well, we know it was probably an AM radio car because there's no holes in the dash on top to show that it was an 8-track car. The floors are rotted. The door jambs need some work. The doors need, actually these doors probably weren't too bad, huh? Yeah, okay, no. The doors have some rust at the bottom. The quarters, yeah, they're junk. The trunk pan, yeah, it's junk. Don't you get tired of seeing it when people, you know by looking at that car that the entire trunk pan, the entire rear of the car is garbage? But no, instead of taking videos and pictures of the car with it empty, no. They leave all the stuff in there so you can't see. And then as for frame rails, I've seen it to where they put expanding foam inside the frame rail, tape, and then they'll re-undercoat it. I mean, if you see a 50-year-old car and it's got fresh undercoating on it, chances are it's don't worry, I bleep all this stuff out for you. The tail panel on this thing, actually this tail panel ain't that bad. The rear valence, junk. The rear rails on this car, however, are pretty good. You know, from what I can see, looking underneath the car, the rear rails look pretty good. The rear cross rail, yeah, it's probably going to need to be replaced. Usually they're always junk because that's where all the wet mud and snow and salt collects, is back up into the rear valence right there, and it eats up the cross rail. Again, lower quarters are junk. The outer wheelhouse is junk. Let's just call the rear window filler panel junk. All right, and you probably well guessed that it ain't actually a Warner Bros. Car. So let's check this side out. Okay, this door jamb is junk. This door jamb is junk. What does the rocker look like? Rockers don't look bad, but you never really know, to be honest, until you blast a car. Okay, this door, you know, this door needs a bunch of work too. So, you know, skin-wise, let's just call this car, it needs more than your typical Charger skins. So, pretty much everything on the exterior of this car is going to need some work. Although the roof skin is pretty good. This was not a, I don't think this was a vinyl top. Oh, it was a vinyl top car. See? Here's the remnants of it. Someone had filled in the holes on the quarter panel. See, normally there would be some holes right here, but someone had filled them in, and that's where the Charger emblem goes. As for under hood, oh man. Okay, yeah, the hood is junk. This hood is absolutely garbage. It's a no buenos. The engine, however, I don't know. I haven't messed with it. There's not even a bolt on the crank so I can try and turn it. But let's just call the engine obviously needs a full rebuild. It is an original manual brake, manual steering. It's a 3-speed wiper car. Obviously radiator's missing. Core support, I mean, yeah, the fenders need a crap load of work. And look, just being honest here, even the core support right here is super scaly, so it's going to need a core support as well. The firewall, however, looks pretty good. Looks pretty minty. Minty-ish. Okay, it's okay. Kind of not good. Probably going to need a tetanus shot after working on this thing. Does it have the 70 skid plate K-frame? Yes, it does. So it still does have the 70 RT K-frame, and it still has the 70 suspension. It's a manual. So it's a manual drum brake car. There's no drive shaft. It does have the 4-speed in it, and it is numbers matching. So this is the original drivetrain that was in this car. Is it a major project? Yeah, it's a major project. Do I like the car? I like all Chargers. Problem is, I've got several, and I've got other RT 4-speed cars that actually are not better, actually worse than this, but I just like the color combinations and the package of those ones better than orange, black interior. So, and I don't even know what stripe it had. It's missing the fender tag, but it is a real 70 RT 4-speed car. You can always tell the little tab on the frame rail over here. Of course, not on top of the fender, but on the frame rail, there's a tab that would hold the Z-bar link for the floor shifter. Still has the 4-speed pedals in it. The wood grain wheel, you know, it's easily restorable. You know, it's the axles don't go with it. That goes to something else. We just threw them in there to keep them out of the weather. But it does have the rear seat frame, and it does have the front bucket seats, and it does have the backings to it. Is there a build sheet in this car? I have no idea. I never even looked. I mean, I've got tons of projects. I haven't put a whole lot of effort or time into this car. How bad do you want a 70 RT Charger? I mean, I have paid a lot of money for some extreme shit boxes just because I wanted a real 4-speed Charger. Now I have accumulated a few, you know, over the years I have. Now they're so freaking expensive I couldn't replace them. But here's one right here. If you want it, it's yours to have. I'll try and figure out a price that's fair for both parties. Because I mean, I didn't get the car for free. And, you know, I'm not going to sell it for less than what I paid for it. So I have to figure out how much exactly I have into it, because it was a trade deal. I did some trading for this, so I got to figure out how much I'm into that trade deal. But I'll let you guys know. Anyway, I was just trying to enlighten you guys on the sleaze-based sellers, in which always look at a car in person. I mean, and I'm going to include this right here. So just recently, what gave me the idea for this, there was a 70 Charger for sale on Marketplace. It got sent to me, it got sent to buddies, like, hey, this looks like a good deal. It was $5,500. It was a plum crazy purple 70 383 Charger in North Dakota. I knew that car. My buddies knew that car. We could have bought it for $400, and we turned it down because it was a piece of shit. I mean, we knew it had 323 gears in it just by looking through the trunk, because the trunk was missing, there was frame rail missing, and the entire rear housing around the rear gear was gone. We could see what the gear ratio was and what the differential was. And it was missing the door jambs, the frame rails, I mean, the entire car was a piece of crap. And of course it was on Marketplace with a different set of doors on it, and you know, the bottom half of the door jamb was missing. But I noticed that in that ad, it didn't say anything about all the negatives on the car. Nothing. It didn't say. It said it had some rust. That's an understatement if you knew this car. And I'll go ahead and post some pictures of this car. You know, I think I have some old pictures of when we saw it in the junkyard, and then I saved the Marketplace ad because I knew it was going to get deleted, because I contacted the guy and I was like, dude, why are you being such a sleazebag? I know that car. Just be honest. People want those cars, but you don't have to be such a sleazebag and then raise the price way up. And okay, we rattle can the engine in this thing, right? Guess where I got that idea from? That guy right there. Yep, because that car sat out in the open in North Dakota climate, no valve covers, no intake manifold, and it had gotten rained on for 30-something years with no hood. And of course, when it was on Marketplace, it had some shiny new spiffy orange valve covers with a shiny new spiffy intake manifold, rattle canned right from O'Reilly's, which he told me so. So I'm just letting you guys know, cars on Marketplace, eBay, whatever, there's ways to hide everything. So really look at a car. I mean, I can take picture angles, everything. I can say the rear frame rails on this car are mint, and which the ones in this car aren't too bad, but I'm just using an example. You take camera angles, so you go from here forward showing the frame rails, they look great. But you know what? From here back, they're missing. So, and eBay sellers and Craigslist, well, Craigslist is kind of dead now, but Marketplace, eBay, all them sites, there are some sleazeball mofos that are just trying to get your money, and they don't care what they're selling you. You know, so just really be cautious when buying a car. And if you overseas guys, I know it costs more money, but maybe you should find somebody that can look at a car for you instead of shoveling out some money on a car. Because I'm just letting you know, they're not the jewels you think they are. So I'll catch you guys later. I gotta load up a car and head back to Vegas. So anyway, this was just kind of a funny way to enlighten you guys on, don't trust eBay, Marketplace, or none of those places. Look at the car yourself. And I forgot to mention, this being a 70 RT 4-speed, it's got the heavy duty Hemi torsion bars in it. Whoa, look how heavy duty this suspension is. And I almost forgot, this being a 70 RT 4-speed car, it's got Hemi torsion bars in it. Yeah, baby. This thing can... This being a 70 RT 4-speed car, this has got Hemi torsion bars in it. Yeah, this can hold up all the extra weights of a Hemi if you wanted to put one in there. Watch this. Watch this. Well, hell, I guess lug nuts are overrated. I took all the damn things off.